video is basically my final thoughts of the 21mm f1.4 VM mount, Leica mount from Voigtlander, which is this lens here. Now, I did a quick video on this lens a few weeks ago, and I've had a chance to shoot this lens and take it out and about. Now, we've not had the best weather over the last few weeks. The M10 is weather sealed, so it can handle the rain. M10-P, sorry, can handle the rain. And the Voigtlander is not weather sealed at all, and it's a big lens. It sticks out quite a lot on this camera. And I think that's part of the reason why I don't personally like the lens. It's not that comfortable on the M10. It tips forward quite a bit, and you have to use the EVF. If you use the viewfinder, it takes up about a third of the viewfinder when you're looking through. So you basically lose a third of the viewfinder and you actually can't see what you're framing, which is another issue I'll get to in a minute when I talk about my M6 and this lens. But as you can see, compared to what I normally shoot, which is a 28mm Summicron, this is a massive lens. It is a really, really big lens. And it's not something that I actually enjoyed shooting, to be truthful. The lens is really well built. The aperture ring is nice and smooth, but it has a nice solid click to it. And the focus, it is really nice. It feels almost, hang on. Yeah, it's almost as good as a Leica lens. It's outstanding how this lens is built. The hood is really nice in this lens. It's a metal hood. As you can see, it's quite an unusual shape. And it just clicks into position and it locks on and it's really solid. Now, one thing I did notice when I put this lens on my M6 is it's very hard to get your finger into the release button. It seems to be a little bit closer, so I had a little bit of trouble releasing the lens from the camera. You may come across that on the old M8. I think it's about the same as the M6, so be aware of that. You have to really jam your finger in to actually release the lens. But on the M10, it's fine. There's enough gap here. There's no problem at all. Now, on something like the S1R, this is my S1R, and this is a 50mm 0.95 Leica M mount lens from TT Artisan. If you want to know more about this lens, a link will pop up here. I've done a quick video on this the other day. Now, this shows you what a big lens is like on a bigger camera. It fits really well. It's very comfortable in the hand. It's the same size, basically, as the 21mm f1.4. It's really nice in these bigger cameras. So if you're going to buy it for a Leica M mount camera or for another mirrorless, you can adapt these type of mirrorless cameras. It's going to work a lot better than it does on the M10 because it does make it tip a little bit and does have quite a bit of weight to it. Now, I did get a few questions about using the lens on the S1H and on the S1R. To be truthful, there's not much difference in photos, so I didn't use it for photography. I tested it in video. And the sad part about this lens is it vignettes quite bad at 1.4. Going up to around about f4 is still vignettes, and in about f5.6 it disappears. So if you want to use this lens for video work and you want to shoot at 1.4, you're going to have to deal with that vignetting somehow. I don't actually know how you can remove that in video. I know it's very easy to remove the vignetting in Lightroom and other photography software, but in video I've always found it quite hard. I've actually had to crop in to get rid of it, which is a bit annoying. If you're going to use a 21mm lens and you have to crop it, there's no point in using a 21mm lens. So if you want to use this for video, be aware that up to about f4 and 5.6 and over, there's no vignetting, but below that, especially at 1.4, you're going to get quite a strong vignetting from this lens, which is a bit of a shame really, because it would have been a really nice lens to use for video. Sadly, I did not enjoy using this lens. 21mm is way too wide for me. I'm used to shooting 28mm on the streets. I have a 28mm Summicron. My Leica QP is 28mm, and I have a 28mm Summicron. I just like that focal length, and I'm so used to using that focal length, I didn't get on with this 21mm. It's way too wide. Now, a nice part about the 21mm f1.4, if you basically put it at f8 and you focus at 1 meter, everything from 1 meter in zone focusing to infinity is in focus. So you can just walk around and shoot this in f8 all day long, and everything from 1 meter to infinity is in focus. That's the nice part about having a wide angle lens for street photography. But you do have to get incredibly close to your subject, especially at 1 meter with this lens, to get the image. So yeah, I'm not that comfortable walking around the streets, especially in the world we live in now. So this lens is definitely not for me, but it could be for you. It's a great lens. The quality of it, the images that come out of it are really nice. It's nice to use to a point, but then it becomes uncomfortable for me and I don't enjoy it anymore. And the whole point of having a Leica camera is it's small, compact. This is a full frame, well, this is film, but it's full frame. Same size, these two cameras are the same size. With a 28mm Summicron, I can carry this all day. It's not in anybody's face, and I enjoy the experience. But having a great big lens on here like this, to me, is not a nice experience. But like I said, it could be for you. If you are in the market for a 21mm f1.4 lens, you can't go wrong with this. Now, this is made in the Castina factory, which also makes Zeiss lenses. It's made in Japan, and the Leica equivalent to this is around about 5 times the price. And I don't think it's 5 times the quality, to be truthful. I think it's going to always be a little bit better. Leica lenses do have a unique character to them and a unique quality to them. But Voigtlander lenses over the years have got better and better, and this is a really, really good lens. Now coming next week will be the review on this, the 50mm 0.95, yes that's right, 0.95 from TT Artisan Leica M mount. Now I've done a quick review on this lens, where I went out and tested it quickly with the M10-P and the M6, and that review link will pop up here, or it'll be down in the description. But next week I will do a full review on this lens and what I think of the lens. I've been using it quite a bit over the last few weeks and also testing it on my S1R. So remember to subscribe and hit the little bell icon and you'll get a notification when that video goes up. Now I'm going to leave you guys with a slideshow of some of the photos I shot with the M10-P and the 21mm f1.4 from Voigtlander. And some of those photos will be in a Dropbox folder, and the link to that folder will be down below in the description. So you can download those photos for yourself and check them out and see what you think of the capabilities of this lens on the M10-P. As always, thank you so much for watching.